Hello, I'm Sophia, and today I'm going to be talking about the science behind the famous Vacanti mouse. This type of scientific technology is often misconstrued as a form of the more controversial genetic engineering, when, in reality, it doesn't involve modifying the genome at all, and is actually a form of tissue engineering, which is the act of combining scaffolds, cells, and bioactive molecules to repair or replace tissues. I broke up my explanation of the science behind this strange-looking mouse into three parts: the cell extraction, the scaffolding, and the implantation. To begin, in order to extract the cells that the new tissue, or the ear in this case, will be made up of, the scientists first mince tissue, then digest it in a solution of enzymes that work to isolate the tissue cells needed. Scientists then use a centrifuge to spin this mixture of cells and enzyme solution, separating the cells from the solution. It's best to extract cells that come from the same person who is in need of the new tissue because they will have the fewest issues with rejection. But cells may also be extracted from other donors. In the Vacanti case, cow cartilage cells were actually used instead of human cells. Next up comes forming the scaffolding. The scaffolding is just a structure used to support the growth of the tissue cells, and in tissue engineering, it is almost always biodegradable because it makes it easier when the structure is absorbed by the surrounding tissues, rather than having to do a surgical removal. With the Vacanti experiment, the scaffold is made of the same material as surgical stitches, which degrades into carbon dioxide and water in the body. The fibers of this material were woven into a loose mesh that left room for the cells to grow, and this mesh was then molded into the shape of a human ear. The general concept with scaffolding is that as the cells multiply and fabricate their own structure, the scaffold provides structural integrity within the body and eventually breaks down when the tissue is able to support itself. Lastly is implantation. The scaffolding is seeded with the extracted cells, placed in a nutritive solution, then implanted between the layer of skin and muscle of, in this particular case, a mouse. The Vacanti experiment utilized a nude mouse, which was mutated to have no hair and virtually no immune system, making it the perfect candidate, as it would not reject the foreign tissue cells. Over time, the mouse grew extra blood vessels that helped to nourish the cells that eventually grew and infiltrated the scaffolding. This process continued, the cells multiplied, the scaffolding degraded, et voila! You have new tissue and a strange-looking mouse with a human-shaped ear made of cow cartilage on its back. The ear was never actually transplanted because it was made up of cow cells, but it still proved to be a powerful advancement, and today this same type of technology is still being experimented with to form more complex tissues. Thanks for watching!